What's up guys, Pat here with S&S Archery, and today we are taking a look at the Tightspot Tree Stand mounting bracket. This is a really cool little accessory aimed towards guys hunting out of tree stands that allows you to take your quiver off your bow and mount it to the tree behind you. Like most stuff from Tightspot, this accessory is also super lightweight, coming in at just over an ounce, a little under an ounce and a quarter. You're never going to notice it in your pack or even in your pocket. If you look closely here, you can see that little spring at the top. It has two purposes. One is it helps keep this stored. Like if you notice here, it almost sits in a little channel in there so that it can't pop out until you want it to. But also, when you slide it over and get this guy out, it pushes it down into that groove right there so that as you're screwing it in, it's going to be fully supported and it's not going to be slipping around on you. So this screw has a ton of bite. I'm not really sure what kind of tree this is, but I know it's not going to be hard at all to get this to start screwing in there. And it's big enough that you get pretty good leverage. It's not difficult to turn in. Two things to be aware of. One, you can see that this hook over here comes around a little bit further and this one's a little bit more open. You want to make sure you're putting the bar into the bigger one first. Makes it easier to pop it into this little guy here. And then also when you're orienting this on the tree, you want to make sure that the spring side is actually down. The way this is set up now, when you go to put your quiver in there, this will actually move around. You turn this 180 degrees. And you get no movement at all. That's not going anywhere. With the bracket mounted firmly in place, it's super easy to get your quiver in there. Again, make sure you're putting it into the larger hook first. Just pop the bar into there and then it easily slides in that. And you just let it slide down until it's resting at that crossbar. Now you can easily get your arrows out, put them back in. And taking it off the tree is just as easy. I find it's a little simpler if you slide this up and get the bars away from here just so that they're easier to bend in, but squeeze in a little bit on the bar and it pops right out. So again, you're just going to be squeezing in a little bit on these rods and it'll release from there. To take the bracket off the tree, you're going to do the exact opposite of what you did before. I had this mostly unscrewed already, but just screw it all the way out. And then we're going to use that spring again, just slide this guy up and over, and it'll push it back down into that channel. And now it's stuck in there. You're not worried about poking yourself. You can store this in a bag, your pocket, wherever you want. Along with the bracket, Tightspot ships a small piece of shrink wrap. This is to be used on the rods of your quiver. If you're not getting a tight fit, if the spacing between here is not perfect or it's moving around a little too much for you, you can wrap this around the rods on your quiver and it'll make the fit a little bit tighter. As always, guys, if you have any questions about this Tightspot accessory or anything else we sell for your backcountry hunts, feel free to shoot us an email, give us a call, and if we don't pick up, we're probably on the mountain.